Okay, I didn't start out here, go live and save it, but I'll try to, I'm hoping I'll be able to add all the video that I had earlier to it, with all the signs. This place is enormous. But Rutherford County, it is a county over from Davidson, Nashville, Tennessee. The city is Murfreesboro. Cities also included are Laverne and Smyrna. If I include that other video, it's a repeat, but just in case I couldn't include it, I'm repeating. And there's their cars. I'm going to go back over everything because I'm just afraid I might not be able to use the video I already used. No loitering anytime. Inmate pickup at front lobby. No smoking. Littering is punishable by law. If you need service, no smoking. And what I found interesting about this is these are all of the bondsmen and their phone numbers. But what I see different about this one is everyone I've ever seen before was in alphabetical order. And that way there wasn't preferential treatment. But it looks like they didn't take that route. And this is one of those medicine drop-off places. And for all pertinent prisoners, please pick up jail phone. 24-hour video and audio surveillance in use. Okay. If you need assistance getting into the building, please use this phone. If you need to check on someone that's been arrested, use this phone. No loitering. Inmate pickup at front lobby. No smoking. Littering punishable by law. I'm not sure exactly who the sheriff is in Rutherford County, but I'll try to find out later on. So where we were was the information place, but this is probably about 7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm sure they're not really prepared for that. I'm sure someone's there, but you know, not for you to just go into the lobby if you're not checking on an actual inmate. Okay, sorry about that. Employee of the month, is that who arrested the most people? I mean, what made you employee of the month, I wonder? Was it being kindest to the inmates, you think? I bet that's it. Don't y'all think? I want to vote on that one. What do y'all think gets you employee of the month in that special parking place? That's the only one I saw where they had it in Spanish. They really need to do a better job about that. I mean, some people might say differently, but I'm a firm believer that some of them will have a big poster where in hospitals they have it where it asks you, do you speak this language? And you can only read it if you speak that language. So those are really good to have. Judicial Commissioner's Office. Office hours 8 to 4. I wonder what the Judicial Commissioner's Office does. I'm gonna have to find out now that I saw that. No smoking allowed. No per. I don't know how to say that. So there's bondsmen here. Oh no, that's where they go. I'm sorry. No loitering. Booking, releasing, bonding, property release. That looks like a car vacuum cleaner I would like to have. Now that is a good looking car right there. I'll tell you, in Tennessee, they keep their cars immaculate. I mean immaculate. I've never seen any that were not immaculate. No car washing below 45 degrees. I can't believe those inmates are up there with those tiny slits of windows. I just think it's wrong. I just do. I wonder what part this is. It might be like the shoe or the hole. I don't know. Boats. See where they get their gas. Hello. Hey, is the sheriff's department like separate from this whole building? Is it over there or? Is that part of that building? Okay, thank you. Okay. So that initial front part is the sheriff's department, and the rest of it is the jail. I wonder who we contract through for our gas and what rate we pay. I never even thought about that. We have to get it from some company, and I wonder if they do anonymous bids. All of it should be anonymous bids when it comes to government contract work, in my opinion. It should be on the shift change time. I don't have a clock. I don't think I can look on here while I'm. It's 5:34 in the morning. I'm sorry. I thought it was later than that. There's some cars coming in. The SUVs are a lot cooler looking than the cars. I'm gonna go see that big sheriff's vehicle back here. Oh, cool. Booze it and lose it, man. Middle Tennessee region. Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Lose your license, your freedom, your life. And they are correct about that. But I wonder what they do with this vehicle. I didn't know we had a separate Tennessee Highway Safety Office. I didn't know that was an office in itself. That's cool that they keep these here. The Red Cross in Nashville, where I go, is on Charlotte Pike. Excuse me. Look at this massive thing. I mean, it doesn't look like a SWAT vehicle. Maybe for crime scene, has a lot of antennas. Okay, so I bet like if they have an escaped prisoner, this would be like their command central. I bet that's what that is like central command mobily. That's really neat. I've never seen one like that. That is really so cool. As we've had, in this past year, we have had these spree killers. You know, they're not, they kill multiple people, but you know, to be a serial killer, you kill 3 or more people, but you have cool-off periods in between. Or you have mass murderers that go kill everybody at one time, or you have spree killers. And we have a crazy amount of spree killers. And sometimes we have escaped convicts. And man, they go in force, and it's impressive the job they do. So I bet that's part of what they use that thing for, is central command when they have to go do that. I don't see what this thing is in the middle. It looks like a big piece of rust from here, but hey, it might be beautiful. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, this is so cool. We will not forget. So it's a memorial to the firefighters, the EMS, and the police that have sacrificed their lives for the community. That's a beautiful memorial, in my opinion. That took a lot of work. You know what I bet this came from? I bet this is what we got from 9/11. You know how they sent it to different places? I'm just guessing. But I bet that this is what they got. I bet that's some of it. I mean, I can't figure out any other reason we would have that unless that was our piece of 9/11. If so, I feel honored to be standing by it. Moved almost to tears like yesterday at the cemetery for Memorial Day. I don't know what that flag is. I can't tell. Can't tell that one either. Wow. I'm just totally moved. If I get to speak to an officer, I'm going to ask them if that's what this is. It almost has to be. Hey, I was just saying, is this piece of 9/11? Once I figured that out, I almost cried. I came to some tears yesterday when I went and visited the cemetery, for Memorial Day. When I walked up, I was like, that's an ugly piece of rust, and I thought, that's got to be from 9/11. I'm deeply moved. I can't believe I'm standing by it. May I ask your name and employee number?
It's Travis.
Or badge number. It depends on what county.
205.
205. Is it badge or employee number here?
Badge.
Badge. Okay. It's nice to meet you. I can't believe I'm standing by this. I feel honored, sickened, saddened, and everything. I bet it was. I live in the state, but I've never seen. Do you know, did every county get a piece? Do you know who got them?
I don't know.
Was it like a humongous deal when y'all got it?
Yeah, they brought it in on a truck and did police escort and all that.
A police escort? I'm so glad, man. That is beautiful. And I was looking at whoever made that. Have you ever looked at it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Dusty & Sons Concrete, LLC, from Spring Hill, Tennessee. We will not forget. So it's the EMS, the firefighters, and all the police who have sacrificed their lives to protect the community. Isn't that beautiful? Man, I had no idea when I came here that I would be moved out of jail,
Yeah.
So, anyway, which part of this is is all of the real tall part, is all that the jail, but the short part's the sheriff's office?
Yeah, those are the offices through there.
Okay. Cool. Are any of your offices open? I didn't mean to come this early. It was by accident.
Dispatch calls, there's some lady outside videotaping stuff. I was like, well, let me check on her.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's typically
Oh, I completely understand.
before 8 o'clock, so what's going on outside?
Definitely. And when I got here, it was actually still kind of dark, and 3 officers passed by me because the sign, I couldn't see it, and it was a notification that you had to read when you came in. So I had to get out and get my flashlight and read it so I wouldn't do something wrong once I got in here.
Right.
So everybody was passing by me. I thought, I know they're wondering what I'm doing, but I got to read the sign or I might do something wrong.
I just don't like people videotaping the part of it for security purposes.
Well, how would it affect security, in your opinion? Okay, seriously. Because anybody can ride by and look at it at any given time.
Yeah.
So, anything that the government would not want the public to see, then they should shield it, because videotaping photography in any way is part of the First Amendment.
Oh, yeah.
And so we can go to any public place and film any public official, any building, any public property at all, at any time. And so, I don't know what anything could accomplish by me looking at that building, because you can ride by and look at it all day. But I want to ask you, are those tiny slits little bitty windows?
Cell windows, yes.
God, man, that's sad. I know there's murderers, rapists, and stuff in there, but there's also people that might have stolen a pack of gum, and that drives you insane, never seeing sunlight.
Yeah, well, they're really only in their cells for their sleep hours.
They are?
Yeah, so anytime during the daylight, they're actually out of their cells from about 5 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. So they're really just sleeping there.
Is this like minimum or short term until they go to court? It's not prison, it's
not a prison. The county jails are considered holding facilities, but they do get sentenced to serve time.
If it's under a year, right? If it's under a year, don't you stay at the jail?
To 8 years.
Up to 8?
Typically,
Wow.
they keep people that long. Usually the longest people that stay here are people that are waiting to go to court, like
Yeah.
more serious crimes.
Another thing that they got me when I was looking at that building, I watched Lock Up like 10 years ago when it first came out. I can't bear to watch it anymore. I can't bear it.
Yeah.
But way back then when I could, the ventilation, there's no ventilation. And I just see those little holes, and the smell. I actually knew a guy who went to jail for a few days, and he said it literally smelled like men's butts. Just because the lack of ventilation, not this facility,
Oh, okay.
but because of the lack of outside air coming in, that the air is recirculated on the inside.
No, ours is actually really great.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
The big slats you see, those are actually rolled up windows. So we'll roll those up in the daytime and they get fresh air.
That's incredible.
So,
I'm thrilled to hear that, man. I am.
I mean, it's jail, but for a jail, it's a really great, clean facility. We get out and clean every single day.
That's awesome. It doesn't have to be inhumane.
It's not. It's really,
You
we offer programs and classes. People get their GED.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and we're actually setting up a program now to where they can go to college. So you can be.
Who through? Which college is helping sponsor it? Do you know?
We have a person that handles all that stuff, but they're working on getting that started very soon.
I got the number off of a sign over there of the jail. I might call and ask them, because I think they all should. Even the ones you think of those like Lock Up. I swear I haven't watched it in a decade. I can't
Well,
take
they show
it.
the worst stuff, 'cause that's what's
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't. If you're in jail for murder for life, you have nothing. If you have no job or anything else, all you do is have time on your hands to do something wrong. It's almost inevitable. But if you can go to college and get your degree, and colleges are willing to come and volunteer their time and not make it an expense for the taxpayers.
Right.
So why not do it?
Yeah.
And give them jobs.
Yeah, that's one of our big things here. We're all about rehabilitation.
How do you rehabilitate?
We offer NA classes.
NA?
classes,
That's great. Anger management,
parenting classes.
parenting.
I'm not sure if they do anger. I work nights, so
Okay.
I'm not here during the classes.
I got you.
But, they do tons of different Bible studies with multiple churches that come around, and if you want to hear the word, you can.
Let me ask you this question. You might know, since you're here at night, you might not. Do you deal with breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. If you are Jewish, you can't eat pork. Do they give you an alternative to that?
Yes, ma'am. Like right now, it's Ramadan. So
It is Ramadan right now?
It's Ramadan right now until June 3rd, so everyone gets to eat, if they're Ramadan.
Yes.
They claim that they get to eat before the sun comes up.
Yeah.
And then they'll eat again when the sun goes down. So we're not violating any of their religious.
What about Muslims? Do you have many Muslims?
Yeah, we have quite a few.
Do they get to have their rugs pointed toward Mecca and pray 5 times a
We
day?
don't offer them rugs, but we offer them extra blankets or
So they could
extra
use
pads so
something.
they can't pray.
And they can keep their Quran?
Yes, of course.
That's wonderful. Man, you have really PR'd this. I'm serious.
I'm not sure PR.
Because this will go on YouTube. And I mean, you are wonderful PR for this. I'm telling you. I'm very impressed. Because this is the best I've heard of any facility like this.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm proud to work here, so I can't say anything that way.
That's awesome. How do you get Employee of the Month? Tell me, what are the things that make you Employee of the Month?
Specific qualifications, just
It's got to be something.
supervisors vote on who they think did a great job. If somebody does something above and beyond what their normal duties are, then they get it.
When I first saw the sign, I will be honest with you and say, I said it out loud on here. Is it whoever arrests most people?
No.
How many? I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the negative outlook you could have on it. And I'm like, is it how many people got put in solitary? How you treated your prisoners, or is it based on something you really do well?
It's typically based on a lifesaver award.
That's great.
Believe it or not, we save lives all the time. Not just our patrol officers, but our detention officers.
You have AEDs?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
AED, we have a full medical department, it's 24/7.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really great. I mean, for a jail, it's a really great place to be.
I'm impressed. Oh, okay. When I was looking at that, is that like, okay, I was talking on here how we have spree killers and people who escape. This last year or two, where we have these mass murders, like just recently, that guy that killed, 5 people or something? Not in this county, but in right around Middle Tennessee. Is that like a mobile command center if something like that happened? Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it might be, especially with all the antennas. And I thought that was really cool. And I volunteer for the Red Cross, so I was happy to see those there too.
We just did a blood drive a few weeks ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, you're wonderful. What was your name? Travis, Lieutenant Travis.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And let me tell you, I'm not flirting with you. But you are a handsome man
Thank you.
and charming.
I appreciate that.
So I appreciated you talking to me. I think I've seen everything I came to see, so I'm going to be going. So I appreciate your time.
Yes, ma'am.